My name's Aussie Marcel, the most luscious locks on YouTube, and in today's video we're going to be looking at Dirty English, a men's fragrance by Juicy Couture. Chances are, if you're into the fragrance game, you've heard of Juicy Couture. They do an awful lot of women's fragrances, but no men's fragrances. Well, they do one fragrance, Dirty English. And what a fragrance it is. This right here is proof enough that Juicy Couture really need to branch out and do more men's fragrances. Because as it stands, at least in my opinion, this is almost the perfect men's fragrance. Look at that. How incredible does that look? You've got your batch information there. And overall, just the aesthetic of the bottle itself, super up my alley. Now, I'm not going to spray this on my hands because it's fantastic and I'm just going to wear it anyway. Also, the cap, the detailing on the cap. This is a rich, woody men's fragrance. But I would say the oud in this fragrance is, whilst being slightly on the rougher side, it is slightly less pronounced than what you might expect. It is a dark fragrance, it is a rich fragrance, but it also has a touch of freshness. Initially, you get a touch of that mandarin orange, the citrus, and a touch of the cardamom. That gives it that sort of fresh spiciness. You know, as it approaches the middle and the base, a lot more of that wood becomes pronounced, and the oud comes out in more prominence as well. Overall, the fragrance itself, I would still call it an oud fragrance, and for that reason, sort of like how I did my my new to oud video the other day, this is almost a great introduction to oud as well. However, it might be a little too dirty or a little too sleazy for some other people. It doesn't have that stinky Middle Eastern oud quality to it. It doesn't have a fecal oud quality to it either. However, the oud as it's presented in Dirty English is rough around the edges and may not be the most appealing scent for everyone. But in saying that though, to my taste, Dirty English is almost the perfect fragrance. And I say almost because it doesn't last nearly as long as it could. On my skin, I get about 4 to 6 hours, which is decent, I suppose. However, imagine if this was in an EDP concentration. How much longer would it last on your skin then? Upwards of 12 hours? Oud generally does stick around, but unlike a lot of ouds, this one doesn't. I would say that that's a point of improvement for this. And apart from that, it's a phenomenal fragrance. I've gotten great compliments for it. I've also had somebody say that it smells distinctly unisex because of the slight muskiness as it dries down as well. So if you're a man or a woman looking for a fragrance with a slightly unisex twist, maybe this is going to be for you. However, to my nose, I would say it does err towards masculine. To cut a long story short, this is a damn gorgeous fragrance. I absolutely adore it, and it's probably my top 5 right now. Juicy Couture really needs to come out and do another fragrance similar to this, or an EDP version of this, or something like that, because I know there are quite a few people in the fragrance game that are looking at fragrances like this and saying, we want more powerful fragrances, we want more potent fragrances, and you know, just by the look of it, just by the overall aesthetic of it, this could be fantastic. I still love it, I still highly recommend it. However, there is a caveat, like I mentioned before, and that is the longevity. It needs to last longer on your skin. Imagine this, but with better silage, better projection, just everything turned up to 10. Maybe ramp up the oud a little bit as well. Or maybe even chuck in a vanilla note. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. But this is such a good fragrance, but it leaves room for improvement. And that's kind of what you want. Well, that about covers it all for today. Have you ever worn Dirty English before? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know how you would change it. My name's Aussie Marcel, thanks for watching the video, And until next time, I'll catch you guys around.